So in this video, we'll look at Durkheim's theory of religion, and it involves very interesting concepts, and I'll try to wrap it up quickly. So Durkheim was a French sociologist who presented a thorough analysis of religion in his seminal work, The Elementary Forms of Religious Life, in the year 1912. Durkheim's theory centers on the idea that religion is fundamentally a social phenomena. It is fundamentally a social phenomena. He refuted the early theories of the origin of religion. E.B. Tyler's theory posits that religion originated from animism. Animism is a belief in spiritual beings, arising from early human attempts to explain dreams and natural phenomena. Max Miller suggested that religion developed from the human personification of natural elements, particularly through a mythological interpretation of language and nature. Now, Durkheim rejected both of these theories because they failed to explain two things. Firstly, the distinction between the sacred and profane, and second, because both of these theorists interpreted religion as some sort of hallucination, as an illusion of sorts. So, according to Durkheim, religion is a social fact. He also considered religion to be sui generis phenomena, meaning that it should be studied as a unique social reality distinct from other forms of social behavior and structures. According to him, religion is a unified system of beliefs and practices. A unified system of beliefs and practices relative to sacred things, which unites the members of the collectivity in one simple moral community. Now, let us understand what he means when he speaks about the sacred and profane. Sacred refers to things set apart and forbidden, inspiring awe, reverence, respect. Sacred objects, rituals, symbols are treated with special status and are often protected by strict rules and taboos. The sacred is often central to the community's identity, and interaction with sacred things elicits strong emotional responses. Profane, on the other hand, profane elements pertain to the routine, the secular, the everyday, the mundane aspects of life. There is a lack of special treatment. A lack of profane objects and actions do not require a special treatment or special rituals to be performed. And an example to understand this would be the cross as a sacred object. The cross in Christianity symbolizes the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and is a central symbol of their faith. An example of profane object would be a smartphone, a common everyday device used for communication, entertainment purpose. Various tasks are performed, and there's no inherent religious significance in a smartphone. Now, it is very important to note that the sacred and the profane are mutually exclusive categories. What does it mean? Something cannot be both sacred and profane simultaneously. Now, societies maintain clear boundaries between sacred and profane to preserve the sanctity of sacred things. The distinction is fundamental to religious belief systems, defining what is considered holy and what is considered unholy. Now, let us look at a very interesting concept called totemism. Durkheim took totemism in the Arunta tribe, which is an indigenous Australian group, as a key concept of explaining the origins of religion. Ordinary objects, whether pieces of rocks, wood, stone, or even animals, are considered as sacred objects. Primitive men were basically wanderers. And when they came together for some purpose, what happened is that they felt different, and that feeling disappeared when they separated. So they attributed this sort of a unique feeling to a presence of a divine supernatural force. They experienced a state of exaltation, a collective effervescence. Now, Durkheim introduced the concept of collective effervescence, which refers to the heightened emotional state individuals experience during communal religious activities. Primitive people created a totem to regain that feeling that they felt when the collective got together, with totem being a symbol of collectivity. So Durkheim's conclusion was that worshipping of religion is worshipping of society. Now let's look at a functionalist perspective. Durkheim adopts a functionalist approach, arguing that religion serves crucial functions in society, and these include that religion as a source of knowledge. Example, the Vedas and the Puranas offer valuable teachings in Hinduism. Secondly, it also gives identity to individuals in both traditional and complex modern societies. And the next is that it provides consolation in the time of crisis, is also serving as a unifying force, is a basis of commonality, a basis of social cohesion. And social cohesion, as in religion, acts as a glue that holds society together by creating a sense of community. Religious rituals, ceremonies reinforce social bonds and collective consciousness. Fifth is socialization. So, socialization of the members of the society into values and norms of society, into saying, what is to be done, what is not to be done, what are the do's and don'ts. And lastly, it also provides immediate answers to all the questions an individual has. Let's look at some of the criticism of Durkheim's theory on religion by some prominent theorists. Max Weber emphasized that he emphasized the importance of individual religious experience, and the subjective aspects of faith, which Durkheim largely ignored because his focus is on the society, the collective phenomena. Secondly, Edmund Leach argued that the distinction between the sacred and profane is not always clear cut. In many societies, the boundaries between these categories are fluid and context dependent. He emphasized that what is considered sacred or profane can vary significantly across different cultures, challenging the universality of Durkheim's dichotomy. Then is Marxist perspective. Marxists would argue that it is the exploitation and the alienation which results in the need for religions. There is this phrase, religion is the opium of the masses, which was coined by Karl Marx. He argued that religion provides an illusory comfort to people, distracting them from harsh realities and injustices of their lives under capitalism. Then we have Malinowski, who was critical of the armchair theorists like Durkheim, as Durkheim did not himself visit the Runta tribe. Then we have Louis A. Kozer. He pointed out that Durkheim's theory overlooks the role of religion in generating social conflict and division. Religion can be a source of tension and rivalry both within and between societies. Lastly, Robert K. Merton questioned the functionalist perspective by highlighting that not all aspects of religion necessarily contribute to social stability. Some religious practices and beliefs can be dysfunctional for the society too. Then let's look at some other criticisms. So in general, Durkheim undermines the role of the individual, and his focus is more on the society, the collective. And then there is also there's neglect of power dynamics. Although not directly critiquing Durkheim, Michel Foucault's work on power relation implies that Durkheim neglected how religious institutions and practices can be used to, exert power and control over the individual and the groups. Then there's also the issue of limited applicability to modern societies. Um, Rodney Stark and William Sims Bainbridge argued that Durkheim's theories, derived from studies of primitive societies, may not be fully applicable to complex modern societies where religion plays a different role and is less central to social cohesion. Another argument under the same line of criticism is that there is limited consideration of secularization. Peter Berger highlighted that Durkheim did not adequately address the process of secularization and the decline of religious influence in modern industrial societies. Now, Talal Asad criticized Durkheim's framework as being Eurocentric, arguing that it is based on Western religious experiences and may not be applicable to non-Western religions and societies. Then, to conclude, Durkheim's theory is on religion offers significant insights into the social functions and collective nature of religious practices. Despite its limitations, like we just saw, his work remains influential in understanding the interplay between religion and society. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you.